Yeah. I am Groot. Found my baby Groot hat. I want to share with y'all. Like it? Anyway, I'm going to talk about the ego today. That one thing that is basically a wall of people truly seeing how things or people are. I'm going to talk about how you should bury that ego. Right? So basically, the ego is driven by, financial status, family history, could be, racial, growing up not liking a certain race because of this or that, many things, right? But basically, the ego feels your right and wrong process. Um, how do you do that? How do you get to here's you, right? This is your true self. This is what you're born with, and then you have your ego, which is just just ways to protecting that true self. So me personally, I grew up with a father who had a real big ego. So because he grew up a certain way and he's made you feel insignificant, he did what he could to not have that in his adult life. So, for instance, he would tell me, the world is a bad place, you can't trust people, you know, all that garbage, right? And on top of that, he built himself a big desk to make him feel like, he was running a business. He legit thought that in his mind that he could control people because he had this desk. In reality, he couldn't hold down a job. His second wife was working two jobs, providing for the household. She was dog tired, and he didn't really give two shits less, in my eyes. And so, growing up, hearing all those things, I actually took that into my adulthood, feeling that I was entitled, feeling like if anybody crossed me, if I said something and they felt it was wrong, they were attacking me. Right? So the first thing you want to do is never take things personally in destroying this ego. Right? It wasn't until later on in life I learned that everybody sees things a different way. Everybody has different, life experiences that made them think that way. Right? It's up to you to cipher through that to determine if it's garbage or, oh, you know what? I didn't see it that way. That makes sense. Right? So, that's the key thing that I've been trying to say in these videos is, if you really want to work on yourself, or maybe you're in a funk, right? Or, life cycles are happening over and over again, you can't figure out why. You have to break yourself down to the nth degree and figure out why it's happening. And the reason why most people don't do that is because their ego prevents them from doing that. Because now they feel vulnerable. They don't know what that feels like to be vulnerable. So, again, that's step one. Don't take things personally. Everybody has an opinion. I had a logic professor in college. He said, thing about a debate is on a topic is, everybody has different viewpoints. As long as that person is able to back up their viewpoint with a legitimate reason, then you're not wrong. If you come out with, well, this is what I heard, or this is what I read, and that source is not reliable, then you know that person just wasting air, wasting your time. Another thing you want to do is forgive. Forgive as in, okay, so people are hating on you, or people are doing what they can to make you feel less. Okay, instead of reacting to it and creating the conflict, how about you just see it as, you know what, this person's deflecting. They're trying to make themselves feel better by passing how they feel onto me. All right, so let it go. Who cares? I've forgiven. There's been many a times where people have degraded me, hated on me, and I've taken it personally. Right? But I did it in the wrong way. And what I mean by that is I engaged in it. They knew how to fucking pull my trigger and get a reaction out of me. And they won by getting that reaction. Instead, when I know somebody's pushing my buttons, I let them push my buttons. Go ahead. You're not gonna get no reaction out of me. You're not worth it. Right? And depending on the situation, I either just walk away, or B, I store that animosity. I use it to fuel my fire, and I go out to prove them wrong. Like I said, it just depends. If it's X that's still in my life and has said that I'm this, that, and the other thing, okay, I'm going to show you that I'm not that, and that you're very wrong, and I'm going to make you regret everything you've ever did and said to me. If it's somebody that's just passing by, well, then it's just chatter. It's no big deal. But it doesn't affect me. Care less. Some people think I'm wrong for that. Me, I don't care. What else? Basically, once you achieve those two things, what I found is I get that inner peace. I'm able to observe and see things, hear things more clearly. Right? I can go somewhere and I can hear people talking, and I can hear them overreacting in situations, right? Because they're just feeding off negativity. Their ego is telling them, well, this is wrong because of this, or this person is that because they did this. When you get rid of that ego, you don't just take it at face value, what they say. Okay, not your goal, but your automatic instinct is, why? Why is it like that? What's causing it? Alright? What motivated them to do that? If it's a person, or what's the real story behind the story. And there's always a deeper layer to things. And so once that ego is out of the way, once it's dead, then you see life, you see love, you see that, that guy that, truly likes you isn't just another guy that's trying to dog you. Like, he legit wants to be with you. Or that woman. That woman's not like every other woman. She legit wants to be part of your life, wants to grow old with you, wants to love you, wants to share lives together. With the ego gone, you see that. You see things clearly. And that's what I want this video to tell you guys is learn to see things on a deeper level. Learn to figure out why things are happening like the way they are. What's causing it. Everything has a why. Everything. I made this video. Why? Because I care about you guys. But I want you to succeed in life. I want you all to experience the things you deserve. You're here on this world for a reason. You're here to make a difference. The way you can make that difference if you truly understand your true self. So get rid of that ego, kill it, bury it. Let your true self, the self that you were born with, your soul, come out. Because ego and soul do not coexist. It's not possible. Your ego is like the devil. Your soul is like the angel that's on your fucking shoulders. Get rid of that devil. Listen to your soul. And you'll see things clearly. I promise. It worked for me. I don't know how many people have come to me with an issue and they just tell me this, this, and this. And I go, well, what about this? Or why do you think that is? That's why. Because I've let go of the ego. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I've even told you in the first video. If I'm wrong, tell me. I'll apologize. Or maybe I didn't explain myself properly. And I'll go a little bit deeper in detail of why I came up with that thought. It's as simple as that. Okay? That's all I got for right now. I hope this helped. If you think I missed something, or you think I didn't explain something clearly, let me know. Please let me know. That way, I can go into deeper detail, because the ego is truly the wall that prevents you from seeing the world properly. Like I said, it could be financial status, it could be family history. I know I already said that, but just really think about it. What drives your ego? And is it causing you unhappiness? Or is it causing you to not want to be alone because you feel you won't find nobody else? Or is it because you came from a poor background and now you made it, and you never want to have that feeling of hunger again, or not be able to pay the bills? It's your ego projects onto people that do have that problem as, you can't do it. You're dumb, whatever. You're lazy. Instead of imparting that knowledge that helped them get out of the rut, they just pile onto their stuff. So, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and thanks for spending time with me. Talk to you later. Peace. Bye, baby Groot.